So 2018's YouTube Rewind is bad. Really bad. Its new status as the most disliked video on the entire platform is old news now, but I'd still like to give some input as to why it was such a colossal failure. So where do we even begin? I'll just describe my first reaction to the video. I went in expecting nothing more than a bit of cringe comedy, but I couldn't really even get that. As I was watching it, I was thinking to myself, how is anyone possibly this out of touch? Why should I care about these flashy colors and these trendy dance moves and celebrities? It's like this video is marketed to little children by people who had barely watched any YouTube. And then it hit me. This video manages to combine the two worst parts of the two major eras of internet culture. As an early Gen Z kid, I've pretty much grown up with the internet in the sense that it's matured at the same time that I have. I wasn't really around for the very first few years of YouTube's existence, but I grew up with its first truly mainstream channels, like Fred and Annoying Orange and Smosh. Those creators were basically thinking, hey, normal people can go viral and become famous, so we can be as loud and obnoxious as we want to, since that kind of thing will come across as a novelty to people. You really didn't need crazy special effects to become popular. In fact, you didn't even really have to comment on a specific trend, you just had to be silly and random. Memes as a whole shared the same sensibility, since they were really tied into YouTube. And since that was the first time that the internet really went mainstream, that's been the outsider's perspective on internet culture ever since. It's why you keep seeing these clueless meme board games and Nyan Cat and Trollface shirts at the mall, even though cyberculture has clearly moved on. Now the internet lives in a post-irony era. I'll admit that not all of YouTube recognizes this, but virtually all of YouTube does. You know, all the channels that talk seriously about other channels or the site about as a whole. They'll still throw in some goofball humor, which is often totally ironic, but they realize that online content is really about the personality more than anything else. Even higher budget channels, the good ones anyway, are way more offbeat with their spending than most anything you'd find on TV. Which brings me into the awful part of new YouTube. People are treating their channels like businesses, partially since nowadays more people are actually seriously living off YouTube. But this means that they're appealing to the lowest common denominator, doing whatever they can by riding the latest trends and such to milk views and subscribers and watch time. YouTube itself also seems hell-bent on removing any content that might be considered unpopular, like, you know, the kind of content that can only emerge through the internet. In other words, YouTube has become more like TV or pop music. The thing is, most actual fans of YouTube don't really care about conventional quality. Sure, there are talented people on channels like Dude Perfect and 10-second songs, but they're really there to show off niche tricks instead of conventional production value. This year's YouTube Rewind managed to be stuck in the past while still indulging in all the problems with the community today. It's loud, obnoxious, and gimmicky, really not having evolved from the 2012 version, but having lost all the low-budget charm and the YouTubers that people actually recognized. In the new one, I half expected a Nyan Cat to fly in out of nowhere. That's how out of touch they seemed. And, of course, it reeks with corporate influence and the desperate desire to be treated like television, just like all of the bad channels today. I'm extremely glad that it pleased almost no one, and that a fan-made version with maybe 5% of its budget has 3 times as many likes as the real thing. I hope this serves as a wake-up call to the community and will remind us of what made the site great in the first place, and will keep it great all along.